I've talked about the 5 things that each week you must include into your workout. Today I'm going to talk about one in particular. So being a fitness guy, the thing that I run into again and again is when you get injured, it sets you back for a long time and for a lot of reasons. So I begin people by working on the muscles that surround the spine, which are also known as the core or the muscles of posture and mobility. So it's interesting to do those two because core strength is the stability part and flexibility is the mobility part. What you need if you don't want to be injured is both of those. So when we work on the beginning of a workout program for anybody, we work first on creating the core musculature and also working on mobility or flexibility at the same time. Those two things go hand in hand perfectly. Basically, it means as soon as you do an exercise which contracts the muscle, your next exercise is an exercise that stretches that muscle. So the biggest reason why we do that is getting back to how you build a house. When you build the foundation first, you're going to be able to build the rest of the house and it won't fall in on you, it won't collapse. The foundation is critical. That's why we do this first, and core is important. And then you build on things from the core. The goal is to really teach the body to play nice together with all the other muscles, and most people get injuries along their spinal column. So this is the first consideration. So the core means so much more than just working on your abs. It's literally the corset of musculature that surrounds your spine from top to bottom and all the way around, basically from the top of your neck to down by your tailbone and all the muscles that surround it. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about the muscles of carriage and the muscles of posture. We work on those things first because so many people have poor posture. And so much of life kind of puts us in a rounded forward posture that doesn't lend itself to anything but chronic pain. So the thing that we work on first and foremost is building habits based on stabilizing the muscles of posture, so that when you walk around and do everything throughout the day, you're not in that head forward, rounded shoulder posture that happens so much when we're working on looking at things in front of our face, like phones and computers. When we spend a lot of time with poor posture and carriage, we end up with a rounded posture and instability, basically, which means there's a strong muscle on one side and a weak muscle on the other. So those are especially those muscles surrounding the joints. Like you might have strong muscles in your back from being rounded forward, but weak muscles in your stomach from being rounded forward. And what we're working on is that corset, top to bottom and all the way around, that are all equally strong. So what are the workouts that you include to work those core muscles? Most of them happen on the mat against your own body weight, or on the ball or on the BOSU, things like that involve balance as well. If you're just at your local gym and you're looking for ways to work your core strength, a really well-taught yoga class teaches you a lot about core strength, but also a really well-taught Pilates class teaches you a lot about core strength. So look for Pilates and look for yoga classes, because those are the things that contribute most to mobility and stability with regards to those muscles that surround the spine. There are a lot of classes that are like that, but we just happen to have a whole platform called Moxy, and there are literally hundreds of classes. The first one's called Full Function, and it's all about stability and mobility. And the other class that we have is called Loosen Up and Don't Be So Mental, and it's focused a little bit less on the stability part, but it's more focused on the mobility part. Look at the links below and you'll see the Full Function and the Loosen Up and Don't Be So Mental classes. So this is part of our 5-part video series of the things that you must include in your workout week. So like and subscribe to what we're saying today, because we don't want you to miss out on the rest of the big 5.